Hi, my name is Katrina Flexbart, and I am a higher education IT professional as well as a master's student in the Learning Technology program at the University of North Texas. I have 10 plus years experience helping others, where 7 of those were in the higher education field, where I helped thousands of users at my role at the UNT Help Desk, as well as provided a more efficient training for our help desk technicians. My ultimate career goal is to always provide an efficient and innovative learning environment through technology, specifically in the higher education field.
Today I'm going to be presenting a portfolio of the work I've done in the Learning Technologies Master's Program. This portfolio is hosted through FolioTech. As you can see, here is my identity page. Basically, most of the information that I gave previously about myself, an overview of my career goals. You can view my projects here, my educational experience, resume, and my work experience. So now that I've introduced you to myself, let me go ahead and introduce some of my work that I'm proud of. Here's the projects page view in FolioTech, which lists a lot of the projects that I've done. A lot of them have to do with how to more efficiently teach, using different tools such as social media or things like artificial intelligence in higher education, or things that were relevant to my work at the University of North Texas. So you'll see a sample of some of these things in the work I'm about to present to you. The first one I'm going to present is the Teaching with Social Media. This was a Prezi that I made, and the goal of it was to give teachers ideas of how to use social media in the classroom. Um, Social media is kind of a big thing, to say the least. So what I did is I just created 5 different subsections, and I'm going to give you an example of one of them since I can't show the whole Prezi right now. This is a page from there. So this is the number 3, build community. So it's set up like this, and then you see on the right hand side there's how and ideas. Um, I chose this one because I had an idea in this one that I liked a lot. So basically, this is a way for collaboration with students on social media. Um, so you can set up class specific groups or chats. The ideas I had for this were, creating a Minecraft server, which is a game that I like a lot, and I do like the idea of incorporating games into the classroom. So that was a way to get students collaborating and building stuff on a server together, as well as a Facebook group where students can ask each other questions and things like that. The next project I'm going to go over is the Learning Centered Online Learning video that I made, which is basically this learning centered online learning video guide I made, which again is geared towards instructors and just kind of goes over ideas to create more efficient and engaging learner centered online learning environments. Similar to the last one, I'm going to show you a few of the slides from that video since I won't bore you with the whole video here. Um, these are 2 of the slides. So one of them is, creating positive relationships with your students and how they pertain to a good learning environment, as well as, again, means of collaboration with students. I'm big on the collaboration between peers. I think that it creates more engagement and sets students up for success. The next project I'm going to present is one that I did for this is the Eagle Connect Essentials presentation, which is a Prezi guide to using the official UNT email, which is Eagle Connect. I'm sure many UNT students or even faculty are familiar with this. We help students a lot with this at work, so I decided to do this project on just the basics of using it for new students. Um, it's Instaprezi. I can't show it as well, so I'm going to show some of the slides and kind of explain how I set it up. You can see here, these are 2 of the slides. The connect slide, so most of them have the general overview of what this section's about. And then on the right hand side, as you can see where it says signing in, people in review, the signing in part, as you can see, is kind of a step-by-step guide. And what I did here is I created a video to put into the Prezi in case someone wanted to view the video, as well as a photo, because that's easier to save and refer to later. I like to provide as many options for learning as possible, since many people learn different ways. So that's why I provided both a video format and a photo format. As well as these videos and photos, because it's an instructional thing, I also, after each section, have a review. So like the review here is just basic questions to go over what we talked about in that module. So the idea would kind of be like if I was giving an orientation presentation, this is like a way to engage with the audience and make sure that everyone's up to date. Kind of have that review after each section so no one gets left behind. But again, it's just that engagement that would happen during this presentation. So the last project I'm going to show you today is the Cogni Virtual Learning Assistant. This is a video presentation that pairs with one of my scholarly writing samples about artificial intelligence in higher education. So I'm going to share some of the slides of it instead of showing you the whole video. Here are some of the slides. So first I go over why are we talking about artificial intelligence in higher education. Since it's becoming a more common technology, I took a lot of interest in it during my studies, and one of the things that I found when researching for a project was this software called Cogni Virtual Assistant. So basically what Cogni is it's a chatbot that engages with students one-on-one. So say like in Canvas or some other sort of like online learning management system, you can integrate Cogni, and basically students can ask questions in real time, and it can help look at progress and things like that. So it's a very one-on-one learning chatbot assistant type of software that I thought was really interesting. This presentation that I did was geared towards maybe higher education decision makers who are considering using some sort of AI in their school, and why Cogni Virtual Assistant is a good one to maybe start out with. In one of the slides there, you can see I have the advantages and disadvantages. There are more advantages, and part of this presentation was a kind of a learning section. So it's kind of a whole learning module that I created about implementing Cogni. This is just one of the slides, but the instruction for it would be about 90 minutes. There are some of the learning objectives, and this is just how to get started with Cogni and get it going for higher education professionals. I included this in there because after the presentation, you kind of want to showcase how easy it is to include something like this, and go over the class of you would get help putting it in, I guess. So it's a whole section that I made with different activities and things that would help users implement Cogni essentially. So that was kind of an overview of my portfolio and my time at the Learning Technologies Master's Program at the University of North Texas. I will include a link to my portfolio and identity page if you'd like to look at it further on your own. You can view my works fully, all the videos, all the prezis there. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope you've enjoyed my work today. Thank you so much.